just literally done, and I fell across a song that this particular Royskop was doing with Suzanne Sundfør. And Suzanne Sundfør's video I'm going to attach to this and give you a double delight of her vocals, because the other reaction I did to it was an introduction to it. It's very in-depth, so check that out. You're going to love her vocals. And she sings in Norwegian, her own composition, her own music, in the attachment I'm going to put to this, to do her justice, because she's a wonderful find from Norway. Now I've got Calandra Warduna doing beautiful Nordic music, and now I've got the up-tempo beat music from this duo. And this duo I'm going to give you a bio on, because we, as always, it's a bio channel, and I like to give people an informative video, so that way they get to know the artist. People know that on my channel. Royskop is a well-known electronic music duo which formed in 1998 in Norway. The band, currently based in Bergen, Norway, consists of Torbjørn Brundtland and Seven Berge. I hope I've said their names correctly. Both members are songwriters, producers, and remixers. They usually rely on the use of other vocalists for their songs, and occasionally they perform the vocal parts themselves. But the Norwegian word Royskop means puffball fungus, literally smoke mushroom in English. Brundtland and Berge were schoolmates in their hometown Tromsø, experimenting with electronic instruments in the early 90s and being a part of their city's techno scene. As they grew up in northern Norway, they listened to local artists like, and there's too many to mention, Bel Canto and Biosphere. The band also expressed their interest in music of Kraftwerk, Brian Eno, Giorgio Moroder, Art of Noise, Vangelis, and loads of others. After recording as part of a Dia Circle, Berge and Brundtland left the group to form their own band, Royskop. In October 2001, Royskop released their debut album, Melody AM, on the Wall Sound label. This critically acclaimed down-tempo album reached #1 in the Norway charts. Listen to this, #9 in the UK albums charts and #18 in the US top electronic albums. Congratulations, what a wonderful start when you come together, two wonderful talents, and you produce, as you're going to hear, incredible music. And then you add the wonderful Suzanne Sundfør, which I have only just discovered. And to find this combination, and they've used her vocals, I'm so delighted, because Norway has the most incredible sound when it comes to producing music of all different genres. And it's nice to get an upbeat pop video, because I do a lot of pure Nordic music. So this is a nice twist on things for me personally. And in honor of Royskop and Suzanne Sundfør, who I'm in love with her vocals, I have put this together. Now, the video that you're going to see is called I Miss You, and it's actually a 12-minute video, so I've only taken 4.5 minutes out of it. The same with Royskop and Suzanne Sundfør. This was the extended version of the song that you're going to hear. So I decided, well, I can't do 12 minutes of it, which it is, and it's called Oh Lover, and it is 12 minutes. So I've decided to also include the sound that you're going to hear over the short clip, Royskop, Suzanne Sundfør, and today's wonderful music called Oh Lover. I hope you enjoy. Come back for the lyrics, and I'll give you my analysis of the lyrics straight after. And as always, it's my interpretation. I hope you enjoy this mixed, wonderful marriage of Norwegian artists that are just simply the wow factor. The wow factor. So everybody, that is my snippets of both videos that run for 12 minutes. If you want to hear more of Royskop and also of Suzanne Sundfør, the vocals you've just heard and the music, congratulations, both sets of artists, I will leave the link in the description. Plus, if you want to see the full film and the original music that goes with I Miss You, that will also be in the link, in fairness to them. So that way we all benefit. It's just a mix mash because I felt the audio came out and I thought that deserves a visual. One of my little mix mashes to introduce Royskop to the world, which I've done now, and also to reintroduce Suzanne Sundfør and why I'm so in love with her vocals. It's the perfect match. But then I'd be very surprised if two sets of Norway's top artists didn't produce extraordinary music and wonderful vocals like that. Don't you agree? I hope you liked it. Now let's get into the lyrics, everybody, of this particular, and it is live, so just give me a minute. It starts, I'm trying to go forward, I'm trying to forget our time inside the bubble, the hours that we spent. It continues, but lover, you made me feel like no other, touching me deeper than others, make me feel I was wanted. So it's almost like a remembrance video, isn't it? It's obviously, and I don't want to give too much away of the film clip that you saw as well, because what happens is the words are repeated so perfectly and the lyrics come into prominence, like the lyrics I've just mentioned, because they basically, it isn't all as sweet as it seems, but I'll not spoil it anymore. But the lyrics about the song that I wanted to showcase certainly is about remembrance. It's like the hours that we spent, it mentions, our time inside the bubble. When we all go into a relationship, we all think it's going to be amazing, it's going to be wonderful. And then suddenly it disappears and the bubbles burst and reality sets in. This isn't what I thought it would be like. It was so beautiful, it was so incredible. Like at the end of that video there, the sunset came up and I thought, that's where you leave it. That's where you leave it. The same feeling you had from the beginning. But the lyrics tell, as it continues, like elongated shadows, the day will never end. I'm looking at your number. I wonder, should I dare? And when you are, let's say, hello, how are you? It's a casual encounter and numbers are exchanged, regardless of the situation. I'm not going to say in the pub because that's a very typical saying people say. It could be through work, it could be a number passed on to you by a friend, they're interested in you, but whatever way you get the number, do you remember ringing for the first time or receiving that text, how nervous you were, but excited? So that's the stage we're at with the lyrics. And it said, I'm looking at your number and I wonder if I should dare. We all think that. We all take that hesitant moment where we think, oh, I don't know if I should do this. But you have to, don't you? It's a case of curiosity kills the cat, or it'll kill you emotionally and mentally. So it continues, oh, my lover, you made me feel like no other, touching me deeper than others, making me feel I was wanted. And in the lyrics, it says, I was wanted. So it's past tense at this stage. So it is a remembrance video of something so special, so wonderful. They can't forget. They're still healing over a breakup, obviously. And that's traumatic. It doesn't matter if it's a brief encounter or many years together or just a few months. When something disappears that was so wonderful, that made you feel so complete as a person, because we don't want to have that void and be on our own in life. We all look for love. And we're all discontented with so many things around us. It puts so much pressure on being in a relationship and feeling good and being in love, that when we have it, we treasure it. And then when the bubble bursts, we still remember it because we still yearn for it. And we don't want it to disappear. Although reality says, making me feel I was wanted. So it continues, I'm looking at your number, I wonder should I dare, I know I shouldn't bother, I know it isn't fair. And it's almost, well, you know, I go back to the beginning, the number, I go back to the beginning, you know, he's texted me, should I phone him back and say thank you for the text, it was a beautiful text, because that's how it's done usually today. And when you do it, are the lyrics at a regrettable stage? Are you at a regrettable stage where you regret your actions? But you can't, because you had a beautiful moment. That bubble surrounded both of you. And that's something to treasure. I'll tell you why, for 3 reasons. Somebody found you very attractive, where you probably felt unattractive before. Somebody was interested enough to give you their personal number to contact them, just to see what happens. So there was an exchange. And number 3, that tingling sensation you get inside going, oh, yeah, I got the number, oh, I got the text, now I have to phone. Please phone me when you can kind of text. You don't forget it, because they're intimate moments in your life that proves you're worthy of somebody's attention and love. So never forget that, no matter how brief, that you did have it, and it will come round again. Because it continues, oh my love, you made me feel like no other, touching me deeper than others, make me feel I was wanted. And then it repeats that, I'm looking at your number, I wonder I should dare, I know I shouldn't bother, I know it isn't fair, oh my lover, oh my lover. So it's obviously a relationship with the bubbles burst, and she realizes there isn't a future here. There isn't marriage, babies, all of that. There isn't traveling the world together. There isn't setting up business together. From the other person's perspective, it's just physical at the moment. And can a relationship just based on the physical be enough? Because in the lyrics, Suzanne is singing that repetitive, I am looking at your number, because that's what goes through the head. I got the text, I followed it through, I followed my heart. But now it's just physical. And yet in the beginning, where she keeps remembering, I wish for more. But in the very beginning said the bubbles burst. And that's just how it is in life. I loved analysing the lyrics. I hope you're not in that situation. If you are, treasure the happy memories and know somebody else will come around to give you that again. Just believe in that. Because if somebody found you the perfect lover, even for a while, isn't it better than nothing? Until the next time it happens. And maybe then it'll be a bit more of what you want. But until then, if you're in that situation, just treasure and enjoy the moment and keep the happy memories in your head. So that's it. Thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed. If you do, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Welcome back, Suzanne Sundberg, and for the first time to my channel, Royce Scott, whom I'll feature their music with other vocals again pretty soon. Take care.